Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I will be fighting a 2,000-point battle between my Iron Hands, they're just very green Iron Hands, and Harris's Steel Legion and Jason's Death Korps of Kreig. So, the story that we've got going on here is that two Magos were fighting over a Forge World. The Forge World had been taken over by the forces of chaos, so the Imperial forces were going out to reclaim it. But at the end, after it was claimed back from chaos, both Magos told their respective allies that the other side, that the other forces of the Imperium there were actually traitors. So the Magos that was working with the Iron Hands told them that these were actually Traitor Guard, and the Magos that was working with the Steel Legion and the Death Korps of Kreig told them that these were actually Traitor Marines. So the two forces met in combat and are looking to wipe each other out to reclaim this Forge World in the name of the Magos that they work for. So that's the story that we've got going on. We're just going to be playing no mercy, just going to be killing each other, except we're going to do it based upon points. So at the end of the game, we'll tally up who killed the highest number of points of models, and we'll go from there and see who wins it at the end there. So we'll do the normal 5 rounds and then see if it goes into a 6th or 7th round after that. So that is the story. That is the mission. Before I go any further, though, let's show you the two armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Iron Hands, I'll be running 2 battalion detachments. Leading off the first battalion detachment, we have a Tech Marine and 2 Primaris lieutenants, one with a mastercrafted auto bolt rifle and the other with a power sword. We have 3 5-man scout squads, 1 with bolters, 2 with sniper rifles and camo cloaks. We have 2 venerable dreadnoughts, both with heavy flamers, 1 with an assault cannon, 1 with twin las cannon. We have 2 5-man devastator squads, 1 with 4 las cannons, 1 with 4 heavy bolters. For the 2nd battalion detachment, we have a librarian and terminator armor, a lieutenant, and a chaplain. We have 2 5-man tactical squads, each with a multi-melta. We have a 5-man scout squad. The sergeant has a storm bolter, and there's a heavy bolter. We have 2 5-man reaver squads, one with bolt carbines, the other with the knives. We have 2 rhinos. We have a razorback with twin heavy bolter. And last but not least, we have a predator with twin las cannon and las cannon sponsons. So for the Steel Legion, he'll be running a battalion detachment and a vanguard detachment. The vanguard detachment will be the Emperor's Blade detachment from Vigilis. Leading it off, we have a company commander. We have 3 10-man veteran squads. 2 of those squads have 3 plasma guns, and 1 squad has 3 melta-guns. And we have 3 chimeras with 2 heavy flamers, a storm bolter, and track guards each. Then for the battalion detachment, we have Commissar Yark and a Lord Commissar. We have 3 10-man infantry squads. And we have 3 armored sentinels with las cannons and hunter-killer missiles each. So for the Death Korps of Kreig, he'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off that detachment, we have a marshal and a field officer. We have 3 10-man infantry squads. We have 2 10-man combat engineer squads. Each squad has a demo charge and a melta-bomb. We have a Death Korps Kreig Chimera with a heavy bolter and an autocannon. We have a squadron of 3 heavy quad launcher batteries. And last but not least, we have 2 basilisks. All right, so those are the armies. Going over deployment now for the Iron Hands. I've got a squad of scout snipers up here. I've got a regular scout squad up there. I've got my heavy bolter devastators over here. An empty razorback over here. We've got a rhino inside of there is one of the 5-man tactical squads along with the lieutenant. We have the devastator squad with the las cannons up here along with a primaris lieutenant. We then have a venerable dreadnought over here with the assault cannon. Next to it, we have the rhino with the other 5-man tactical squad along with the chaplain inside. We have a 5-man scout squad with sniper rifles. We got the 5-man scout squad with the heavy bolter over here. We've got the venerable dreadnought over here with the twin las cannon. I spent 1 CP for March of the Ancients to turn him into a character, giving him +1 attack and +1 leadership as well. We then have the Tech Marine and the other Primaris Lieutenant back over here, along with the Predator with all of the las cannons on it. Going over to deployment for the Imperial Guard over here, we've got the 2 Basilisks. We've got a 10-man squad of, these are just regular troops over here, right? Infantry squad up here. We've got another 10-man infantry squad up over here. We've got Yark back over here, along with the 3 Thud guns. We've got the Chimera over here with
unit of combat engineers.
Combat engineers and the, is that the field?
That's the Marshal.
The Marshal over here. We then have another Chimera over here with a veteran squad and the company commander inside. This building over here has another, what is it? We've got the infantry squad and a veteran squad, or no, just the infantry squad from the Steel Legion.
So
we then have
infantry squad, Death Korps of Kreig.
Death Korps of Kreig infantry squad. We also have Death Korps of Kreig field officer
and
another combat engineering squad inside this building over here. Promise we'll keep that all straight. We've got another Chimera over here with a veteran squad inside. We've got two more infantry squads over here. We've got the 3 armored sentinels over here, and a last Chimera over here with the infantry squad, with the veteran squad and the Lord Commissar inside. So, as of right now, the Imperial Guard are going to be going first, unless I can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6. Show me that fill first. No fill face there. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Imperial Guard here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Imperial Guard here on turn 1. This squad here disembarked from his Chimera and moved up over here. The Chimera then proceeded to move up as well. This squad back here, the 2 squads, my opponent spent 1 CP to combine them into one 20-man blob of dude bros over here. This Chimera over here, my opponent spent 1 CP for, what is it, rapid redeployment. That's from the Emperor's Blade detachment that they are from Vigilis. It allowed him to move up and then for them to disembark afterwards. And that's where they ended up over here. This is the veteran squad. We then have a Death Korps of Kreig squad over here. This is an infantry squad, correct? Infantry squad. We then have the other Chimera with the veteran squad and the company commander still inside. We then have a engineer squad, right?
Yep,
combat engineer. And the field officer back over here behind him over here. We then have a 10-man veteran squad. Oh, no, this is an infantry squad over here. These guys all back here stood still, but this Chimera moved up over here with the guys still inside, and the other 2 infantry squads moved up over there. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so my opponent here is now going to start off with some orders from his company commander that's inside of the Chimera. His warlord trait is mobile commander, which allows him to give orders outside of from a Chimera. So he is going to start, and he also has the laurels of command. So he is going to give his orders to this squad here. So the first one is going to be bring it down. So looking for a what is it?
That goes off.
That goes off automatically. But then they had on a 4 up, he can give another order. So 4 up. No, nothing there. So just going to have bring it down for these guys. So we'll come back to you with that. All right, so my opponents are also going to spent 1 more CP for, what is it called again? Armored Fist, which is the turn, Steel Legion tactic, the turn that they disembark, they get to reroll 1s to wound, to hit. The 1s to wound was from the order. So he's got rerolling 1s all over the place over here. But they did get that CP back, so they've got their 1 CP back for this turn. So now these guys are going to fire into whom?
The Meltas.
The Meltas are going to fire
into the Razorback.
Are going to go into the Razorback. Okay, into the Razorback.
The las guns are going to go to the las.
Las guns are going to try to get in my las cannon guys here. So we're going to start with the melty guns first.
Yep.
3 shots hitting on 4s.
3s because they're vets.
Oh, hitting on 3s because they're vets. Rerolling 1s. Yep. So that's going to be 2 hits. Yep. Strength 8, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting 1 wound. AP -4 is going to go straight through. So the what is the
melter range?
In melter range there. So the first one is it's gonna do 2 damage. So I've got on a 6 up, they ignore wounds because of the weak being flesh. Nope, gonna take both those wounds. All right, so now the las guns are gonna fire into my Devastator squad up here. They're all in rapid fire range because of Steel Legion, so they rapid fire at 18 inches here. So these are gonna be hitting on 3s as well because that reroll those 1s. Alrighty. And these are going to be strength 3, so wounding on 5s.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s. Reroll those ones. All right, pretty good. So that's going to be 5 wounds over here. These are going to be 5 2-up saves because they are in cover. And making them all. Woo! All right, so the next order is going to be move onto his big 20-man squad over there. And let's see if he gets to get another order off. On a 3, he does not. So they will just move. And then his field officer is going to give the order for move onto these combat engineers. All right, so now we're going to start shooting over here with his sentinels over here. We're going to start with the one on the right there, who's going to fire into my Razorback. So, here he goes, hitting on a 4. No hit there. And then Hunter Killer missile. Nope, no hit there. And then we got the other 2 are going to shoot as well, but they're going to shoot into my guy over here. So we'll start. Let's do it one at a time, just because you never know if you get lucky. So we'll start with the last cannon on the middle guy. Not going to hit, and the Hunter Killer. That is going to hit. Strength 8, so 3s to wound.
Yes.
That is a wound. AP -2. So looking for a 5-up save. He's good with a 5. And then the next guy is going to fire last cannon. That's a hit. That is not a wound. And then we got the Hunter Killer missile. That'll be hit. That won't be a wound. All right, so now this squad over here is going to fire. We're going to fire the plasma guns are going to fire into my dude bros over here, and then the las guns are going to fire into my scouts. So we're going to go with the plasma guns first. We got to roll it one at a time because they're in rapid fire range, and he is going to supercharge. So the first one is going to kill himself, but he does get a hit. The second one is going to have 2 hits, and the third one is going to kill himself and does get a hit because he's a vet. So these are going to be strength 8, so 2s to wound. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 wounds.
5 ups.
3 AP -3 plus 1 because they are in cover. So looking for 5-up armor saves. Getting none of those. Oh boy. So these are 2 damage apiece. So looking for 6-up on the first one. Make 1, but the guy is going to be dead. The second one, dead. And the third one is also dead. And now the las guns are going to shoot into my scouts over here.
3s.
Hitting on 3s. And then looking for 5s to wound. Getting nothing. All right, so now this basilisk over here is going to fire into my predator. So he's got, what is it? 2.
It's D6 shots, but I roll 2 dice to pick the highest.
D6 shots, but takes the highest of 2. So it's going to be 5 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Woo, getting 4 hits. Strength 9, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3 wounds. AP -3. So looking for, I think I am, they don't ignore cover, right? No, so it's going to be +1 because he's obscured, 50% obscured, and on terrain over here. So it's going to be looking for a 5-up save on these. Getting none of those. So what are they? D3 damage apiece. So we're going to have 3, 6, 7, 8 damage over here. So these are going to be 8 6-up ignoring wounds. Ignored 2 of them. So I will take 6 wounds. And the heavy bolters firing into the scouts over here. That's getting 3 hits. Looking for 3s to wounds. That's 2 wounds. AP -1 plus 1 because they are in cover there. So 4-up saves. Making 1, failing 1. Oh, and then 6-up ignoring wounds. Nope. And the second basilisk is going to do the same thing. So number of shots. It's going to get 4 shots this time. These again are going to be hitting on 4s. That is going to be 3 hits.
Reroll once for Yark.
Reroll once because of Yark over there. Nope, not twice. And then he's got, these are strength 9, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds over there. 2 5-up saves. Making 1, failing 1. So 1's going to go through. D3 damage. 1 damage. 6-up ignoring wounds. Yeah, with the filfers. Woo! And now the heavy bolter shots into the scouts. That is going to be 1 hit. Rerolling 1 because of Yark. That's 2 hits. That is no wounds. All right, so now the scouts are going to get shot at by one of the thud guns over here. So that's going to be
11, 12, 13, 14, 15 shots.
15 shots.
One's for Yark.
All right, so these are going to be hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of Yark. Rerolling 1. All right. Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds over here. So we're going to have 9 AP nothing, so they are in cover. So 9 3-up saves.
What's up, man?
Failing 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then these are going to be 6-up ignoring wounds because the flesh is weak. ignoring 2 of them. So I'm going to take 2 guys will be dead. Second thud gun is going to fire into them as well. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shots. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s. So re-roll those 1s. Alrighty. And then these are going to be strength 5, so wounding on 3s. Alright, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds there. 4 3-up armor saves. Making them all.
Trying to get that.
Third verse, just like the first. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 shots. It's hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s because of Yarrick.
And it is rage 3. That's locked in the front.
Alrighty, not meant to be. And then we've got, these are now going to be wounding on 3s. Getting 1, 2, 3 wounds. 3 up saves. Failing 1 of them, 6 up ignoring wounds. Nope, not meant to be. All right, so now this Chimera here is going to fire everything into my scouts over here. So we're going to do the 2 heavy flamers. That's going to be 8 shots, 8 hits. Strength 5, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. AP -1, +1 because they are in cover, so 4 up armor saves. Oh, making none of them. Oh boy, here we go. 6 up ignoring wounds. I ignore 1 of them. The flesh may be weak, but it is also very crispy. And here comes the Stormbolter into Iron Jenkins over there. That's cocked. Yeah. Here we go. So that's going to be 2 hits. Looking for 4s to wound. That's going to be no wounds. And the last gun arrays. Hitting on 4s. There we go. And these are looking for 5s.
50-50, that's pretty good.
It's not bad. 1 3-up save. Yeah, he makes it. All right, so now this Chimera here is going to fire into my lone scout up over here. So we're going to go with what's first? The Stormbolter first. Going to get 1 hit. No wound there. And the las gun arrays. That is going to be 1, 2, 2 hits. Looking for 5s to wound. Ooh, getting 1. 3-up armor save. Yeah, with that 4. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, this squad back over here is going to charge into my Iron Jenkins over here. So he's going to fire Overwatch 2 shots here, hitting on 5s and 6s because of being Iron Hands. Getting neither hit there. So here comes their charge distance. 5 may get it in. All right, so they're going to spend a CP to reroll that 1. Into a 3, 7 will get them in. All right, so into the fight phase, he's going to have 10 attacks here into Iron Jenkins. So these are going to be hitting on 4s because they're veterans, but they don't get to. They're not extra punchy. So hitting on 4s, pretty good. There we go. And wounding on 5s. No wounds there. And now Jenkins is going to fight back with his 1 punch. 1 punch man. Gets the hit with the fill face. Gets the wound with the wound. And he kills a guy right in the jaw. All right, so that's going to be the end of the Imperial Guard turn here on turn 1. So we've got morale test to take. My Devastator squad lost 3 guys. 3 plus 2 is good to go. Jenkins over here lost 4. 4 plus 2 is good to go. And Heavy Bolter Bro over here lost 4. Plus 4 is 8. That isn't good to go, but he knows no fear. Into a 6, so he is going to run away over there. So that's going to be it. We'll come back to you after movement phase now for the Iron Hands. And that is actually First Blood.
Yeah, because you don't.
All right, this squad actually also has to take a leadership test because he killed 2 of his own guys by overcharging, and then he lost the 1 guy over there. So here we go from Jenkins. The Jenkins punch, but he's good to go on that one. It would have been hilarious if the Jenkins punch made another guy run away. He was like, "Oh my God, did you see that guy's punch? That was crazy." All right, movement phase for the Iron Hands here. These guys all stood still in the building here. These guys all disembarked from the Rhino that then moved up over this way. This Razorback moved up over this way. These guys all stood up still over here. This Venerable Dreadnought moved up over this way. These guys disembarked from this before that moved up over there, and then he moved up over this way. These guys all stood still back here, except well, he moved up a bit. He shuffled a bit to get it closer to him, and that's going to be it for the movement phase. So at the end of the movement phase, I use Blessing of the Omnissiah, and I have Adept of the Mechanicus, which allows him to get +1 to his roll there. So I rolled D3 +1 to repair on him, rolled a 2, so I healed him up 3, and then I spent 1 CP on a machine empathy, which allows him to do it a second time and do it onto a vehicle that has been healed before. So I rolled a 1, so I gave an additional 2, so he's back up to 10 wounds of his 11 starting after getting bombarded by the basilisks. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you. My Psyker is still in deep strike, so we'll come back to you after with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, my predator here is going to fire into his basilisk over here. I'm going to have 4 shots with these. It is Devastator Doctrine right now, is activated right now, so that means that it's going to be AP -4 on those las cannons. Also, because of Iron Hands, they get a special ability now with Doctrines where they have an additional, they don't suffer the penalty for moving with heavy weapons when the Devastator Doctrine is in effect, and I also get to reroll hit rolls of 1 with heavy weapons. So this guy is going to fire into them, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. All right, that is all hits. Strength 9, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds at AP -4. So those are just going to go straight through. So D6 wounds. That is going to be a total of 6 wounds. And now my Venerable Dreadnought here is going to fire into him as well. So it's going to be 2 shots hitting on 2 since he ignores the penalty for moving with heavy weapons. That's going to be 2 hits, wounding on 3s. No wounds there. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll 1. Oh, rerolling 1s to wound because of the lieutenant over there. Nope, back into a 1. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll the other one. Oh, into a 1. Wah! All right, so now my other Venerable Dreadnought here is going to fire his Heavy Flamer into the squad that's inside the building over here. And he's going to fire the Assault Cannon into his Chimera. So we'll do the Assault Cannon first. Hitting on 2s. All right, that's going to be all hits. Strength 6, Toughness 7, right? So looking for 5s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant next to him there. So that's going to be 2 wounds there. AP -2, so 5 up saves. Makes 1, fails 1. And now the Heavy Flamer, D6 auto hits, 1 auto hit, looking for a 3 to wound. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. Okay, there we go. That's a wound. That's going to be Heavy Flamer, so AP -2, 5 up saves. Yeah, he's good. All right, so now my Devastator squad over here is going to fire into his Chimera over there. So the one that's going to have this black die, that is going to have the Signum. So these are going to be hitting on 3s and 2s. All right, so that's all hits. Then it's going to be wounding on a 3. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant over here. That is going to be 3 wounds at AP -4. So that's just going to go straight through. Yeah, he's way dead. Does he explode? No, he does not. All right, so now my snipers here are going to fire into his field commander over there. So they're going to have 5 shots hitting on 3s. Alrighty, that's going to be 4 hits. Strength 4, Toughness 3, so looking for 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant down there, so that's going to be 2 wounds at AP -1 now because of the Devastator Doctrine. 5 ups. Fails them both, so he's just going to take 2 wounds. And then this 5-man scout squad is going to do the exact same thing over there into him. 5 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of their special Iron Hands Doctrine ability there. So that's going to be 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. No reroll 1, so 2 go through. 2 5 ups. Makes 1, fails 1, so he is dead. And that is one of the Slay the Warlord. All right, so now my Devastators here are going to fire into his veteran squad over there. So 6 shots, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Doctrine. Alrighty, these are now Strength 5, looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 at AP -2 because of the Devastator Doctrine. So that's going to go straight through, killing 4 of those guys. This guy here is going to fire his Stormbolter into them. So that is going to be 1 hit. That's going to be a wound. Whoa, that was a 5. He's good to go. All right, so this guy here is going to fire his twin heavy bolter into the 20-man squad over here. These are going to be hitting on 3s because of moving that makes. Whoa, 1 second. All right, he was considering something, but it's not going to happen. So here we go. These are going to be hitting on 3s because ignoring the penalty for moving with a heavy weapon. Whoo! Rerolling 1s, thankfully. Into 2 hits. These are now going to be wounding on 3s. That is going to be 1 wound with AP -4, so 1 guy is just dead. -2, not 4. All right, so now this squad here of Tactical Marines is going to fire everything into them except for the Multi-Melta. That's going to fire into his Chimera there. So we'll do the Chimera Multi-Melta first, hitting on a 3 since he ignores the penalty for moving. Rerolling 1s. You're not going to do it on a 2. And we have 7 bolter shots. Alrighty, that's going to be hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. That's going to be 5 wounds. 5 ups.
Making 3 of them.
That's not bad. Lieutenant's going to fire his 2 bolt pistols into these guys. That's going to be 2 hits. It's going to be 1 wound. No save. And Moreno over here is going to fire his storm bolter into the infantry squad over there. Rerolling 1s. Wounding on 3s. That's going to be 2 wounds. 2 4-ups because he can cover. Makes 1 failed 1. All right, so because I can't actually see his Chimera over there with my Multi-Melta, everybody in this squad is going to fire into his squad there. The black is going to be the Multi-Melta, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. All right, that's all hits. Wounding on, 1 second. Sorry, it's reroll 1s made with a heavy weapon. I think I messed up a bit there, but so these are now going to be wounding on 2 and then wounding on 3s. Alrighty, so it's going to be 1 really dead, and then we've got 3 with actual saves. Making all of them, yeah, because they're in cover. Wow, well. All right, pistol from my my chaplain over here. That's going to be a hit. That is going to be a wound. 1 regular save. He's good. And now my Primaris Lieutenant up here is going to fire into this squad of veterans. So it's Assault 3 with his Mastercrafted Auto Bolt Rifle. That's going to be no hits there. All right, well done. All right, so we're going to start off now. That's going to be it for the shooting phase. So into the assault phase, my 5-man tactical squad is going to charge into these dude bros over here. So it's going to be Overwatch in here. So we're going to do the melty guns first. So looking for 6s. Nope, no hits there. And then we've got a frag grenade and a bunch of las guns. So frag grenades, 2 shots. And then we'll just do the rest of the shots along with the las guns there. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3 las guns in there plus the 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8 shots. Looking for 6s.
Nothing.
No, nothing there. So their charge distance is definitely in. All right, my lieutenant's going to charge into them as well. He's in. And now my my Venerable Dreadnought's going to charge into them as well. 8 inches should get him in. All right, so now this tactical squad is going to charge into his engineering squad over here. They're going to fire with their shotguns with the carcass shot, which will always wound me on a 2+, but they can also get hot on a hit of a 1. So looking for 6s and 1s. All right, so that guy is double dead. That's why we roll these separately. That guy's also dead. That guy's not dead, but does get a hit. That guy is dead and gets a hit.
That's 3 dead.
That guy doesn't get anything. He's nothing special. That guy's also nothing special. That one's cocked there, yeah. Okay. And that guy is also dead. And the last one does not get a hit. So that's 2 hits and 4 guys dead. Those are both wounds. AP, nothing. So 3-up saves. Failed 1 of them. And then this is going to be a... I need a 6-up ignoring wounds because of 2 damage each. 2 damage each. So that's going to be 2 6-up ignoring wounds. Made 1, but failed the other. So there's a dead guy. And their charge distance is way in. And now my chaplain's going to charge into them as well. And he's in. So we're going to start at the fight phase with my tactical squad over here, fighting into his squad there. So we've got 4 guys, extra attack for the sergeant, plus his chainsword, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. So the new chaplain rules, I couldn't do the litany because they were inside of the vehicle at the beginning of the battle round, so I couldn't try to get the litanies of hate off. So that's just going to be those hits there. Wounding on 3s. That's going to be 3 wounds. 3 4-ups? 5-ups, right?
4s.
Why?
Is it minus
Oh,
one?
no. So there's just 4 base. Oh, so they should have had 3-up saves before. So that's going to be cool. So that's 2 saves, but 1 dead guy. Now my chaplain's going to attack in over here. 3 attacks, hitting on 2s.
That's going to do more.
That's going to be all hits. Wounding on 3s. That is going to be 1 wound. AP minus 1. So it's going to be a 5-up save. That's a dead guy. Forgot about shock assault. They actually had extra attacks over here. So we got 4 guys. That's theirs. So that's 3 more saves for them. Failing 2 of them. And then 1 more attack from my the chaplain. That's also another wound there. This is AP minus 1. So this is going to be another dead guy. And now my Venerable Dreadnought's going to have 5 attacks over into these guys over here. Hitting on 2s. All right. Squishing on 2s. That is 4 dead guys. And now my lieutenant's going to attack into him. He's got 3 attacks, plus 1 for the chainsword, plus 1 for shock assault. Hitting on 2s. It's all but 1 hit there. Wounding on 3s. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds into him there. And they are dead. All right, so then this tactical squad activated. They piled in 3 inches and then consolidated 3 inches into his Chimera, which was the closest enemy model. So I managed to get him into combat over there. So he is going to now attack me, hitting on 6s. Nope, no hits there. And now his core, these are just the infantry squad, right? Infantry squad here is going to attack because after I piled into his guys, after I had attacked into the squad over here. So here come his attacks. That's going to be hitting on 4s, right?
3s.
Oh, they hit on 3s as well? Yep. Nice. All right, so these are going to be wounding on, that 6 will do it. So this is going to be 3-up armor save. And he's good. All right, so that's going to be it for the Iron Hands here on turn 1. So now we have 1 morale test to take here. This veteran squad lost 4 guys, so 4 plus 5 is 9. So how many is that? They got leadership 6? 7. So 2 guys are gone. So 1 guy is left over there. All right, the sergeant's still in the squad? You can take him, it doesn't make a difference now. So you're going to leave the plasma guy there. So on that 9, we made it to leadership 7, so 2 guys ran away over there. So that's going to be it for the Iron Hands here on turn 1. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Imperial Guard on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Imperial Guard here on turn 2. His Chimera moved up over this way. He moved up over this way, the lone guy in that squad. This is the big squad here. They moved up over here after his Chimera fell back. Also, after his Chimera fell back, his company commander embarked into the Chimera over there. Those guys fell back, or just moved back over that way. These guys stood still inside the building there. These guys fell back from combat with my Dreadnought. And then these guys disembarked from his Chimera, moved around over this way. That includes his Marshal, who's right there. Then his Chimera stood still. This squad of infantry moved up. This squad of infantry also moved up over here. And then all of these guys all stood still. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off, we're going to have some orders to give here. So we're going to start with him. First order he's going to give is, what is it again? Take aim. And then on a 4-up, he can give them a second order. Yep. There we go. And that's going to be bring it down.
4-up.
And a 4-up.
Yep.
Gonna give that, and then first rank, second rank.
That's it.
And that's it. That's all he's gonna give to them. So they are now gonna use all of that to shoot the las guns into my tactical squad and the plasma guns into my Venerable Dreadnought. So now we're gonna do the plasmas first. Are you gonna supercharge these? Yes. He's gonna supercharge them. So the first one is gonna have 1 hit, but no blowing up, which is good. Second one, 2 hits, and the third one does blow up, but does get a hit. Oh, reroll the 1 because of take aim. Did not see what that was.
Better than nothing.
It didn't hit. It didn't hit. Okay. Didn't hit, but didn't blow up, which is all important. So these are strength 8, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be rerolling wounds because of bring it down. That's going to be into 3 wounds over there. AP minus 3, so looking for 6-up saves. Not making any of those, so that's 2 damage apiece. So these are going to be 6-up ignoring wounds. I ignored 1 of them, so I end up taking 5. And then the last guns are going to fire into my tactical squad over here. So there's going to be 16 shots, hitting on threes, re-rolling ones. So re-rolling those 2 1s there. All right, pretty good. And then these are going to be strength 3, so looking for 5s to wound, re-rolling 1s because of bring it down.
Yup.
See, I remember these things eventually.
Proud of you.
Usually after it's over, but woo, that's a lot. We'll come back to you with that. So there were 6 wounds there. Pretty good. So these are looking for 2-up saves, though, because they are in cover over there. Oh, no, failing 3 of them, like big old jerk faces. But then they're taking 6-up, ignoring wounds because the flesh is weak. Oh, that's how you do that. Woo! And now he's going to give orders to the big old blob over here. So the first one's going to be first rank, second rank fire. So that's going to go off. And then our 4-up. Yep.
Keeps going. So that's
take aim.
Bring it down.
Oh, no, bring it down was the second one. And the third one, if it goes off, will be take aim. No, not in that one. So it's just going to have, what were the, so there were 2, first rank, second fire, and bring it down. Sounds good. All right, so now this squad is going to fire. 8 of them are going to fire into my Devastator squad over here. 4 of whom are in rapid fire with them, so they are going to have a total of 24 shots into them over here because of first rank fire, second rank fire. And then the rest are going to fire into them. That's going to be 11 guys, 2 of which are sergeants. So they're going to throw frag grenades. So it's going to be like 40 plus 2d6 shots into them, which is pretty crazy. So here we go. We're going to go the 24 shots into my Devastator squad. Hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s to hit.
To wound.
Oh, to wound. It's not to hit. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, these are going to be wounding on 5s, rerolling 1s. So
4 wounds.
it's going to be 4 wounds so far with a couple ones. 4 rerolls here. Getting another 2, which is pretty good. So that's going to be a total of 6. Just need to get to my dice over here. Here we go. And we got 6 2-up saves because of them being in cover. And I make them all. All right, so now the rest of them are going to fire here. So there's 11 left, 2 of which are going to be sergeants. Well, one can throw. One will throw a crack grenade and a frag grenade, and the other's going to shoot his pistol there. So the frag grenade that's going to shoot in there. It's going to be 2 more shots there. These are now going to be all hitting on 4s, and then wounding on 5s, re-rolling 1s. All right. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so that's going to be all the hits. Pretty good shooting there. And then these are going to be wounding on 5s, re-rolling 1s. All righty, so we got a couple 1s in there, I see. So we'll try to get those 1s re-rolled. There we go. Re-rolling those 1s. All right, getting another couple wounds there. That's pretty good. We'll come back to you with that. All right, so 4 of these guys are out of cover, so we're going to do them at a time. So it's going to be 4 3-ups. Failing 1 of them, that's going to be a 6-up ignoring wound. Nope, that's a dead guy over there. So then we've got the next 3 3-ups, making all of those. And then 2 more. Failed 1 of those, 6-up. No, so 2 are dead. All right, so now this guy here is going to fire into my Devastator squad. Are you going to supercharge? Yeah, he's going to supercharge. So 2 shots. Okay, he's going to go home, but he also got a hit. And he got a wound. AP -3 plus 1 because they're in cover. 5-up save. Oh, with the fill face, he's good. Woo! And now the Chimera is going to fire everything into my Dev squad over here. So we're going to go with the 2 heavy flamers first. So it's going to be 4 hits. There we go. These are looking for 3s to wound. That's going to be all wounds there. AP -1 plus 1 because they're in cover. 3-up saves. Failing 1 of those. So then we're looking for a 6-up ignoring wound. No, he felt that. And then we've got the Stormbolter. That's going to get 1 hit there.
This is 1 squad.
But no wounds. And then we've got the Lasgun Array because he's still occupied over there. So here come those shots. Getting 2 hits, not bad.
That's horrible.
And no wounds, okay. All right, so now his Sentinels are going to fire. The one on the left there has line of sight onto my Dreadnought over here, so he's going to fire that one. Not get a hit, though. And then the other 2 are going to fire into my Razorback over here. That's going to be 1 hit. That's going to be a wound, AP -3, so looking for a 6-up save. No, that's going to go through. For 4 damage. 4. 6-up ignoring wounds. Nope, ignore none of them. And the next one's going to fire. That's going to be a hit. That is going to be a wound. 6-up save. Yeah, with the filthers. Now the squad over here is going to fire. So we're going to have, what is it, 16 shots, last gun shots into my dreadnought over there.
Fours.
So looking for 4s to hit because these are regular infantry.
Bros.
Okay, infantry bros. It's not bad. That's not bad shooting there. And these are now going to be wounding on 6s. Getting one wound. 3-up save. Yeah, he good. All right, so now his marshal over here is going to give the orders to his guys. We're doing we did all the Steel Legion, so that's why they're giving his order here. So he's going to give them, what is it, bring them down? Bring it down on these guys, and then he's going to have get back in the fight and those guys there. So those are just going to go off. All right, so we're going to start with these guys here. One guy's going to throw a crack grenade into my guy over here, and everyone else is going to fire their las guns into my tactical squad. So we're going to do the crack grenade first. That is going to be a hit because the Krieg
BS.
Yeah, Krieg BS, and then I don't think that's a wound because strength 6. No. Spend a CP to re-roll that into a wound there. So that's going to be AP minus 1 or 2. 1 AP minus 1. So looking for a 4-up. Nope, not going to make that save. The damage is going to be D3 with 2 damage. 6-up, ignoring wounds. Failing one of them. And then the last gun shots into my tactical squad over here. All right. And wounded on 5s. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just 4.
4. Oh, just 4. I don't know why I was keep counting. So it's going to be 4 of those. Looking for 2-up saves because they are in cover. Failed 2 of them like a big old jerk face. 6-up, ignoring wounds. Ignored 1 of them. And now his marshal's going to throw his crack grenade into these guys. That's going to be a hit. That is going to be a wound. But that's going to be a save. All right, so now this squad is going to fire. One of the guys is going to throw a demo charge, and one of the guys is going to throw a melt-a-bomb into my rhino over here. And then everyone else is going to fire into my chaplain there. Or they're going to throw acid bombs. I'm sorry, acid bombs. They're grenades because he's going to spend 2 CP for grenade, or 1 CP for grenadier. So here we go. So this is going to be the demo charge first. So it's D6, 4 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s. That's going to be 3 hits. These are strength 8, I believe, right?
Yep.
Not wounded on 3s. That is going to be 1 wound. Reroll once because of bring it down. That's going to be 2 wounds there. AP minus 3. So 2 6-up saves. Making 1 of them. 1 goes through. D6 damage.
D3 damage.
D3 damage. So that's going to be 2 damage.
And now the melt.
Don't ignore either of those. And now the melt bomb. That's going to be a hit. That's going to be a wound. AP minus 4 is going to go straight through. D6. That's going to be 4 damage. 4 ignoring wounds. Nope. Feeling all of those. So a total of 6 wounds down.
I hope so.
And here come the acid bombs over into here.
2 Space Marines.
That's going to be all hits. Real good there. What are these strength?
Nothing. They wound on 2s.
Oh, they just wound on 2+ on anything that's not a vehicle. So there's going to be reroll 1s to bring it down. Not meant to be, so it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 7 wounds over there.
Minus 2.
AP minus 2 plus 1 because they are in cover over there. So it's going to be looking for 7 4-ups. Right? 7? Yep, 7 4-ups. Making 1, 2, 3 of those. So 4 are going to go through. What's the damage? Okay, so we got 4 D3 damage. All right, so it's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds over there. I mean, it's not looking great from a chaplain right now. 6-up. Oh, he's got 5-up. No. Yes. No. 1 second. No, yeah, he doesn't have the special feel no pain. He's just got the regular one, so 6-ups. Yeah, no. Ooh, that was a lot more than I expected, but no, he's still at 6 wounds. Definitely dead. And that is one of the Slay the Warlords. All right, so now his Chimera here is going to fire his autocannon into my Dreadnought over here. That's going to be no hits. This infantry squad here, one guy's going to throw the crack grenade into this guy, and then everyone else is going to throw their shoot their las guns here. So we'll do the crack grenade first. That's not going to hit. All right, here come the las gun shots. All right, we'll come back to that. And these will be wounding on a 6.
I know you can do that.
Getting 1, 2 on there. 1 save, 1 not. Yeah, but I ignore the wound. All right, so now his Basilisk over here is going to fire into my Dreadnought over there. So he's going to have 6 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s, getting 1, 2, 3 hits.
Reroll for Yark.
Reroll because of Yark with a 1, so that's 4 hits. These are now going to be strength 9, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds there. AP minus 2, minus 3 on that. 1 second. Yep, AP minus 3, so these are going to be looking for 6 up saves. Making neither of those, so the damage on those. So it's going to be 2, 4, 5 wounds over there. So 5 ignoring wounds. No, he is definitely going to be dead. Does he explode? No, he does not. All right, so now this other one is going to fire into my Devastator squad over there. So it's going to be 2d6, or roll 2d6, so you get 3 shots here. These are going to be hitting on 5s because he's bracketed. So that's going to be 1 hit. That is going to be a wound. AP minus 3, plus 1 because they're in cover, looking up for a 5-up save. No, that's going to go through. The damage is deep. So that's going to be 2 damage. Nope, so 1 guy is dead. And then the heavy bolters, we forgot to do those into them, into these guys over here. So we'll do the first one first. These are going to be hitting on 4s. That's going to be 2 hits. That's going to be 1 wound. 3-up save because of cover. Good on that one. And then the other one. 5 ups, getting 1 hit. That is going to be a wound. And that's not going to be a save, but that will ignore wounds. All right, then on to the thud guns here. We're going to go with the first one into my Devastator squad over there. So that's going to be
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 shots. Hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of Yark. Alrighty, so that's going to be a couple hits there. And these are now going to be strength, what is it? 5. So looking for 3s to wound. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds over there. 5 2-up saves because they're in cover. And I make them all. The next one's going to fire the same thing over there. So that's going to be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 shots. Hitting on 4s. Re-rolling those 1s.
I can shoot. I can do bullseye 4s.
Alrighty. Pretty good there. And then these are going to be wounding on 3s again. Alright, so we've got, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. Looking for 2-up saves. Making all of those as well. And the third gun. That's going to have 9, 10, 13 shots coming up in here. Hitting on 4s. Re-rolling those 1s. Yarks is getting back his points here. And there's 1 3 over there, yep. And then these are going to be wounding on 3s. All right, so we've got
2, 4, 6, 7.
7 wounds over here. So that's going to be 6, 7. These are going to be looking for 2-up saves again. And I make all but 1 of those 6-up ignoring wounds. Yeah, with the fill phase! Woo! All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase. These guys are going to charge into my Rhino and into my tactical squad. So we'll go with the tactical squad first, hitting on 5s and 6s because of Iron Hands. All right, so that's going to be 3 shots there. And then multi-melter re-rolling hit rolls of 1 because of the Devastator Doctrine. So that's going to be all hits there. So this is wounding on 2s and 3s. All right, so it's going to be 1 totally dead and then 3 saves.
1 save.
1 save, so 3 dead guardsmen there. And then we've got the bolter shots here. Getting 2 hits. Getting 1 wound. And not making a save.
I mean, we've killed them.
All right, and their charge distance is totally in. He thought that my lieutenant was part of the squad, so I allowed him to keep going into it, so we're just going to have my guy shoot his Overwatch here. Getting 1 hit. And that's going to be a wound. So 1 more guy dead. Yeah. And now the combat engineers are going to charge into my tactical squad over there. So the black's going to be the multi-melt again. Hitting on 5s and 6s, getting 1 hit. No wound there. And they are going to be in. And the marshal's going to charge on in. He's in as well. And this infantry squad's going to charge into my Rhino. Overwatching there. Okay, no hits. And they're in. And then these Kriegsmen are going to charge into my Venerable Dreadnought here. So the last cannon shots. Getting 1 hit. That's going to be a dead guy there. So now they're charged. They need an 11-inch charge to get in. They will not get in with an 8. Going to spend a CP to reroll that 3. No, back into a 3. Another Chimera is going to charge into these guys over here. 5 inches, it will not get him in. All right, so starting at the fight phase, these guys are going to activate first. So we're going to have, what is it, 13 into my tactical squad, and then we're going to have 8 attacks into my lieutenant. So what are we going to do first? The
Attack Marines first.
Attack Marines first, so 13, hitting on 4s. Come back to that. And then 5s to wound.
Still pretty good.
7 wounds, pretty good there. So these are looking for 3-up armor saves. Failing 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, okay. 3 ups, I get 4 fails. And then 6 up, ignoring wounds. Ignore one of them, but that's still enough to kill that squad. And then 8 attacks into the lieutenant over here. All right.
Not as good.
Not as good there. That's still pretty good.
No,
that's still pretty
above
good.
Average. It's still way above average.
And here we go.
Not way above.
Not way, but still enough.
Okay. And none of them.
Okay,
None of them.
one wound. And he fails it. And he takes that wound. Okay. All right, so now these guys here are going to attack, spend 2 CP to interrupt over here. So they've got 1 attack each for the regular guys, 2 attacks base for the sergeant, plus 1 attack for all of them because of shock assault, and then the sergeant has a chain sword. So it's going to be a total of 8 attacks coming in here. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Alrighty, and these are going to be wounding on 3s. Oh boy, 2 wounds. Yeah, seriously, 2 4-ups. They've got carapace armor and they're good to go. All right, so now the Kriegsmen are going to attack into me over here. These are going to be hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and they're going to be wounding on 5s. That's going to be 1 wound there. 1 3-up save. No. 6-up ignoring wounds. Nope, dead guy. And now his marshal's going to attack. So that's going to be all hits.
And 3s.
Strength 6, so 3s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds. AP -3, so looking for 6-up serves. Make neither of those. So the first one is going to do 1 damage. 6-up ignoring. It does. The second one does 3 damage. Can I roll 3 fill faces? I only rolled 1, so that's another dead guy. All right, so now these guys are going to attack into my rhino over here. So that's going to be 1... that's a bunch of hits there. These are now going to be wounding on 6s. Getting 1 wound there. And he makes the save. All right, so now my rhino is going to attack back over here. He's got 3 attacks hitting on 6s. Getting 1 hit. That is not a wound. And now my lieutenant's going to attack in here. He's got 3 attacks base, plus 1 because of shock assault, and plus 1 because of chain sword. These are going to be hitting on 2s. All right, that's all hits. Wounding on 3s. All right, rerolling them 1s. Jeez. All right, so that's 3 wounds over there. That's not bad.
You tell me Iron Hands don't get magical wound rolls? Made 1.
Made 1, so that's 2 more dead. All right, so that is it for the turn here for the Imperial Guard on turn 2. My opponents are going to spend 2 CP to keep those guys around, and that is going to be it for that. So we will come back to you after a movement phase for the Iron Hands here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Iron Hands here on turn 2. These guys stood still. He stood still. Jenkins stood still over here. He fell back out of combat over here. These guys all stood still. These guys over here stood still. In came my librarian, this Reaver squad, and this Reaver squad. He moved up over this direction. My lieutenant moved up over here. My Tech Marine moved up over here, and my Predator stayed where he was. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, so we're going to start off here. He is going to cast Smite into them over there. That's going to go off with a 10, so D3 mortal wounds. It's going to be 2 mortal wounds. And then in Terramancy power, he is going to cast Blessing of the Omnisci onto him, or the Machine God, sorry, onto my Predator over there. So it's going to go off with a 7, so he'll have +1 to hit. All right, so into the shooting phase, my Venerable Dreadnought here is going to start us off by firing the Heavy Flamer into the Krieg over here, and the Twin Last Cannon into his Basilisk. So we're going to do the Twin Last Cannon first, hitting on 2s, because he doesn't suffer the penalty for moving since it's still Devastator Doctrine. Rerolling 1s because of that. So that's going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That's going to be 2 wounds at AP -4. So they're just going to go straight through because of them being Devastator Doctrine. So D6 wounds. I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll this into a 5. So he is dead. Does he explode? He does not. And now the Heavy Flamer firing into these guys. D6 shots. That's going to be 3 shots. That is going to be re-rolling 1s to wound because of the lieutenant over there. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 wounds. AP -2 because of +1 because of cover. So looking for 5s. Right? Oh no, that's regular guys?
Yeah.
That's the engineers are the 4 up, right?
Yep.
So that's going to be 3 dead guys. And now my Reavers are going to fire their pistols into them as well. Alright, so that's going to be 2 hits. That's going to be 2 wounds at AP -1. +1 because they're in cover, so 2 4-ups. Oh, 5-ups because they're regular guys. Sorry, that's 2 dead. Alright, so now my Predator is going to fire into his Basilisk over here. So hitting on 2s because of the psychic power that went off over there. Because of the blessing of the Omnissiah. So that's going to be all hits. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. So that is going to be 4 at AP -4. So those are going to go straight through. D6 wounds. That is a dead vehicle right there. See if it explodes. No, it does not. All right, so my Lieutenant Sergeant here is going to shoot into his Marshal. So hitting on a 3. That's a hit. That's a wound. Save on the Marshal over here. So he's in cover, so it's a 3-up, right? He's got a 4-up, please? Oh, the pistol, yeah. No, he's going to take a wound. All right, could have spent a CP to reroll that. Into a 3, so he's good to go. All right, so my Devastator Squad is going to fire into his Chimera over here. That is going to be all but 1 hit. These are going to be wounding on 3s. That is going to be 3 wounds, AP -4, so that's just going to go straight through. D6 damage apiece. And that is a dead Chimera. Does it explode? No, it does not. All right, so now my snipers over here are going to fire into his company commander. So they're going to be hitting on 3s. Okay. Wounding on... re-rolling because it's a heavy weapon. Re-rolling 1s. Nope, not meant to be. So now they're going to be wounding on 3s. All right, so we've got 1 mortal wound and then 2 AP -1s.
1 cover there,
So 5 ups. No, failed those, so he takes 3 damage. Now my Reavers here are going to fire their bolt carbines into his squad over here. Okie dokie. Looking for 3s. Okie. Ooh, 1 second. All right, so he's a 1/4 inch away from the lieutenant over here, so that's going to be 2 wounds into these guys over here. They're good. Heavy bolter and heavy bolter from here. So he's only got 4 wounds left, but Iron Hands vehicles count their tier twice as much of their weapons here. So these are going to be firing into these guys over here. Alrighty, so that's going to be hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. Also out of range there, so it's going to be 3 at AP -2. Into these guys. That's just going to go 3 dead guys. Stormbolter is going to fire into these guys. Nerd. That's going to be 2 hits. It's going to be no wounds. And now these guys are going to fire into the one Devastator guy over there is going to fire into them as well. Rerolling hit rolls of 1 because of the Devastator Doctrine on with them. Getting 1 hit. 1 wound with 2 AP, so that's going to be a dead guy. And now my snipers here are going to fire into his veteran squad. That is going to be reroll 1s because of the Devastator Doctrine. Those are heavy weapons. Wounding on 3s. That's going to be 1 mortal wound and then 5 AP -1s.
I got 3 guys out of cover.
3 guys out of cover there.
So,
AP -1. So are they 6s or are they... 1 second. All right, so he took the 1 guy that was a mortal wound out of there, and then he's going to have 5 that he's going to do out of cover because he doesn't want to take the wounds actually on the plasma guns there. He's trying to keep them around. 6 ups makes 1 of them, so 4 are dead. All right, the lieutenant here is going to fire into these guys over here. That's going to be 3 hits. That is going to be 1 wound. AP, 1 second. Didn't make a difference, he rolled a 1. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, my Venerable Dreadnought's going to charge into his Dude Bros over here and into his Chimera. So we're going to go with the Chimera first. Heavy Bolter.
He's kind of hurting.
No hits there. And then we've got the autocannon. No hits there. So I need a 10-inch charge to get into the Chimera. Otherwise, I'm looking to get into those guys. Not gonna. Ooh, 1 second.
Going around.
All right, I'm gonna re-roll the 2 there. No, back into a 7. And now these guys are going to charge into his dude bros over here. So I'm going to need a 9-inch charge, but he's going to have Overwatch. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys with las guns, 1 guy with a las pistol over there. So these are going to be hitting on 6s. All right, wow, a bunch of hits. Wow. What is that about? Come on, guardsmen. Get it. And there we go. These are going to be wounded on 5s, though.
These guys for MVP.
MVP right over here. That's what they're looking for. Getting 2 wounds.
That's
2, 3-up saves. Making 1, failing 1. 6-up, ignoring wounds. Nope, felt that one. So they need a 9-inch charge to get in. Nope, they are way not in. And now my Reavers over here are going to charge into these Kriegsmen over here. So Overwatch. Getting 2 hits. Getting no wounds there. They need a 10-inch charge to get in. Nope, they're not in. And now my Lieutenant is going to charge into those guys. He is way in. And then this guy is going to charge into them as well, looking for a 9-inch charge. Oh, and he's in. All right, so we're going to start off the fight phase with my Librarian over here. He has the Mind Forge Relic, which makes it that his weapon is now Strength ×2, AP -3, D3 damage. This is only for Force weapons that can exchange it, so he exchanged his Force state for that. So these are going to be attacking into his dude bros there. So he's going to have 3 base attacks, +1 because of Shock Assault, hitting on 3s. Alrighty, that's going to be 2 hits, wounding on 2s. That's going to be 2 wounds, AP -3, so that's 2 dead guys. All right, so now my Lieutenant is going to attack into these guys over here. He's got 4 base, +1 for Shock Assault. These are going to be hitting on 2s. All right, so it's going to be 4. Looking for 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of himself. So that is going to be 3 dead guys with AP -3. And now my Dreadnought's going to attack into them. He's got 4 base, +1 because of March of the Ancients, and then +1 because of Shock Assault, hitting on 2s. Alrighty. And squishing on 2s. That's them, they're dead. And now my Sergeant here is going to attack into his Marshal over there. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Nope, no hits there. And now his Marshal is going to attack back into me over here. That's going to be 1 hit. That is a wound. That is not a save. Damage is 2. And I don't save any of them. He's dead. And now his Chimera that I consolidated into is going to attack back, getting 1 hit. 5 is going to be a wound. 3-up is a save, though. All right, so that's going to be the end of the turn here for the Iron Hands. So we have these guys over here. My opponent's going to spend 2 CP to keep around. And then I'm going to spend 1 CP over here on keep them fight to the death. So they lost 5 guys, so 5 plus D3, 2 is good to go. So that's 5, 6, 7. They are 7? Yeah, no. 5. They lost 5. 1 second. Their leadership 6 because the sergeant's gone and they don't have it, so 1 guy will be gone. So that's going to be it for. Oh no, and then we have 1 over here. Morale tests on these. Oh no, they ignore morale on for shooting. So those guys are good to go over here. So that's going to be it for the Iron Hands turn here on turn 2. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Imperial Guard on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Imperial Guard here on turn 3. These guys move down over here this way, so they're closer to my Librarian, followed by the Marshal who moved around over this way. These guys moved from over here so that they can get closer to my Dreadnought, as did these guys moving closer to my Dreadnought. These guys moved up over this way, as did these guys coming down out of the building. The Thud gun stayed still in the back over there. These guys moved around over this way so that they're closer to my Lieutenant, and those guys stayed still back over there. So that's going to be it for. Oh, and this guy stood still over here too. This guy stood still back over here. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so these guys actually advanced, but he is now going to give forward for the Emperor to both of them so that they can shoot now instead of not being able to. All right, so my opponent is, they're going to start over here with orders onto his plasma guys. He's going to give take aim onto them. So that goes off, and then 4-up is not going to go off. So that's just going to have take aim, right? Yep. So that's, what is that? Reroll once to hit. All right, so now they are going to fire into my Dreadnought over here because he's the closest. So he is the character, but there is the closest one to them. So they are going to supercharge here. So the first guy, are they rapid fire or no?
Yes.
They are rapid fire. So one guy hit, one guy didn't. And then the next one gets a hit, and one that doesn't. But none blow themselves up, which is good. So these are going to strength 8, so looking for 3s to wound. Getting 1 wound. 1 wound, so that's an AP -3. They're not. He's not 50% obscured over there, so he is going to be getting a 6-up armor save. Nope, and then 2 damage, so 2 6-up ignoring wounds. Nope, take both of them. And now he's going to cast onto them. Give the orders onto them. First rank fire, second rank fire. And then plus we'll get the next one. That's cocked over there. No, it's not going to go off, so they're just going to have first rank fire, second rank fire.
Okay.
I cast Magic Missile into the darkness. So here goes. These are now going to be hitting on 4s. Come back to you with that. And he's going to be wounding on 6s.
Or 3s.
Getting 1, 2, 3 wounds. Not bad for flashlights. 3-up saves. Failed one of them. 6-up ignoring wounds. No, felt that. So now these guys are going to fire into my dude bro over here. So these are going to be hitting on. We're going to do 1 crack grenade, and it's going to be 1, and the rest are going to be las-gun shots into them. So las-guns first. Hitting on 3 because they are Death Korps of Kreig. And then these are going to be wounding on 6s because of still being las guns.
All the 6s.
I'll give you 2. That's still not bad. 2 6s. So looking for 3-up saves. Failing 1. And I felt the pain. And the crack grenade is not going to hit. All right, now my opponents are going to spend their last CP on Grenadiers over here. So the Sergeant and 2 of the guys that are closer to the Rhino than him are going to throw a Melt-A-Bomb and the 2 crack grenades, and everyone else is going to throw acid grenades into my Librarian over here. So we're going to go with the acid grenades first. Because we're hitting on 3s, so that's going to be 4 hits. Wounding on 2s, because that's just what they do. That's how they roll. So I re-roll that one. Yeah, it's cocked up there. So that's going to be 4 wounds there. AP -2, so it's going to be 4-up. AP -2. Yeah, he's Terminator armor there. Just 5-ups. So it's going to be looking for 4-up saves.
Just take 6 ups.
Ooh. And then it's going to be 1 damage apiece or 2 damage? D3 damage apiece. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, so 6. 6 damage over here. Looking for 6-ups.
All right. Is that it?
And I make one of them 5 damage. Ooh, 1 second. All right, he's only got 5 wounds, so I'm going to re-roll one of those, looking for that lucky 6. See if he can feel no pain. Nope, he feels it, so he is dead. All right, so now we're going to do, what are we going to do first? The 2 crack grenades over here. That's going to be 2 hits.
5s.
No wounds there, and then we've got the Melt-A-Bomb.
No hit.
That's not going to be a hit. All right, so now his Chimera here is going to fire his 2 heavy flamers into my Devastator. He's going to fire the las gun array and the storm bolters into Iron Jenkins over there. So we're going to go with the flamers first. That is going to be 2 hits.
Look, I already have enough time.
There we go.
How convenient.
That's 2 wounds. That's all you're going to need. AP -1 +1 because he's in cover. And it both make save. And here we go. What are we going to do first? Stormbolter first?
Yes, Stormbolter first.
All right. Looking for 4s. Getting 1 hit. That is not going to be a wound. And then we've got the las gun arrays. Oh, Iron Jenkins. Causing trouble. The song of Iron Jenkins. Here we go. These are hitting on 4s. All right. Not bad. Not bad.
Good.
Yeah, and then looking for 5s though. Getting 3. That's not bad. 3 3-up saves. Oh no! Is the time for Iron Jenkins finally come? Looking for 6-up, ignoring wounds. Oh no! And he is dead. Iron Jenkins, no! All right, so these guys now are going to attack into my Razorback. So 1 at a time here.
4.
That's not a hit. Second one is a hit.
Even the 3. What?
Is not a wound, and then the third one is a hit,
That's
and
a
that is a wound.
6-up.
6-up save. No, going through. Damage.
3.
3 damage. Oh, but I take them all. All right, so now this squad over here is going to fire into my Venerable Dreadnought over here. We're going to go with the las guns first. That is all hits. Pretty good there. Looking for sixes.
All the sixes.
Like I said, it's
Getting one of the sixes.
One hot six.
One hot six. And he makes the save with another hot six. Woo! And we got a crack grenade coming in here. That is a hit. That is a wound with a hot six again. Oh, not the save. D3 wounds. Three wounds. 6 up ignoring wounds. No, he takes them all. All right, so now these guys are going to fire into my lieutenant. So we've got a crack grenade, a frag grenade, and 12 las gun shots. So 1 extra shot from the frag grenade. These are now going to be hitting on 4s. Alrighty.
Used all my luck on bayonets.
That's fair enough. And here we go. And looking for 5s to wound. Getting 2 wounds there. 2 3-up saves. Makes them both. All right, so stud guns are now going to start. The first one's going to fire into my scouts over here. So that is going to be 3, 5, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it's 11.
3, 6,
11.
7, 8, 9, 10.
10. There's going to be 10. Math. Am I right? Here we go. Hit on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of Yarick. Alrighty. So that's going to be a bunch there. These are now strength 5, so 3s to wound. Getting 3 wounds over there. 3 2-up saves because they have camo cloaks. Failing one of them. 6-up ignoring wounds. No, 1 dead. The second gun's going to do the exact same thing over there with 2, 4, 5, 9 shots that are coming in over here. These are now going to be looking for 4s to hit, re-rolling 1s. Re-roll those 1s.
and his stat table has gone down.
All right. And then these are looking for 5s, 3s to wound. Sorry. 3s to wound. That one's cocked over there. That's going to be 2 over there. So it's going to be 2 2-up saves. Ooh, no. Failing 2 of them. Looking for 6s. No. And here come the next ones. There we go. We're going to have 10, 14 shots that are going to be coming in over here. And looking for 4s to hit, re-rolling 1s. So re-roll those 1s there. All right, getting an extra hit in there, not bad. And then these are going to be looking for 3s to wound. Getting 2, 4, 5 wounds over here. So 5 2-up saves. Failing 2 of them, 3 of them. Man, you scouts are not doing well over here. Oh, making 1, but that up to save the squad. And now his Marshal's going to charge into my Rhino over here. Overwatch. Getting 1 hit. That is a wound. That is a save. And then his charge distance. It's totally in. These guys are going to charge into my Lieutenant. Pistols at dawn. 1 hit. 1 wound. No save. So that's going to be 1 guy dead. But their charge is definitely in. And then these 4 are going to charge into my Dreadnought over here. So Heavy Flamer Overwatch first. That's going to be 6 hits there. Looking for 3s to wound. 1 second. Within 6 of the Lieutenant over there. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at AP -1. +1 because they are in cover.
Wow, he's down to 1 wound.
It's -2.
Oh, it's -2 because it's heavy. That's right. So looking for, didn't make any of them. So they are dead.
Okay.
All right, into the fight phase. These guys are going to start us off here. Hitting on 4s.
10,
Okay, getting a couple hits there. Not bad. These are now going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 1 hit, 1 wound there. But that's a save with a fill face. All right, so now Marshall is going to attack into my Rhino over here. That is going to be 2 hits, wounding on 5s. Yeah, 5. So that's 1 there. 6-up save. No save there. Damage. It's going to be 3 damage. I ignore 1 of them. And now his Chimera gets to attack in over here. No hits. All right, so now my Dreadnought is going to attack into him over here. So I'm going to have 6 attacks, 4 base, +1 because of March of the Ancients, +1 because of Shock Assault since he heroically intervened as a character. These are going to be hitting on 2s. That is going to be 4 hits. Wounding on, what's the toughness on that? 7, 1 second. All right, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 1, 2, 3 wounds at AP -3. 6s to save. No, none of them. So that's going to be 9 damage onto him. And now my Rhino is going to attack back over here. He's with the 2 wounds left there. It gets doubled to 4 wounds, which is going to be his second profile here. So it's going to be D3 attacks. 1 attack on a 6. No hit there. And then my lieutenant's gonna have 5 attacks because he got charged, has the with shock assault and has a chainsword there, so hitting on 3s. Oh no, hitting on 2s. Okay, wounding on 3s. That's gonna be 2 wounds.
Alright, so.
Failed them both.
So that's gonna be 2 dead guys. All right, so now I'm gonna spend 3 CP at the end of the fight phase to have my Dreadnought fight again with Honor the Chapter. So it's gonna be 6 attacks here on 2s. Okie dokie, only getting 3 hits, 3s to wound. That is going to be 2 wounds, 2 6-ups. No, so he's going to be dead. Does he explode? He does not. All right, so that is going to be it for the Imperial Guard turn here on turn 3. So turn 3. So now we have 1 leadership test to take over here. He lost 3 guys total. 3 plus 4 is 7, but they do have their sergeant there, so they're good to go. Oh, they're base normals.
Yeah, they're infantry. So.
Oh, they're all infantry, including that sergeant?
Yeah, so
he doesn't give a better?
Sergeants are lead 6.
Oh.
Veterans are lead 7.
Yeah, so you lost 3 guys and rolled a 4. But he's a... So, 1 second. Yeah, look at me over here knowing what his sergeant's going to be able to do over there. So he's going to be fine with that roll of the 4. Keeps him right in there. So that's going to be it. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Iron Hands here on turn 3. All right, movement phase. My sniper stood still, as did my heavy bolter bro. He stood still. He moved up over that way. These guys moved up over this way. He stayed in combat over here. These guys all stood still. He fell back out of combat over here. My Tech Marine moved up there, and my Predator moved up over this way, more than an inch away from his dude bro there. He moved around over here. They moved over this way, and he stayed where he was. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting with the shooting phase, my Predator is going to fire all of his glass cannons into this guy over here, hitting on 3s because he doesn't suffer the penalty for moving because it's still Devastator Doctrine. No reason to change when you're Iron Hands, honestly. It's not step forward. Here we go. So looking for 3s to hit. That's going to be 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is going to be 1 wound. AP minus 4 is going to go straight through, so D6 damage, 4 damage. And now my Devastator squad is going to shoot into him as well. That's going to be Cox right there. So that's going to be 2 hits. That is going to be re-rolling because of the lieutenant down here. Forgot he's still there. Okay, not meant to be. 1 wound, AP minus 4, so that's going to go straight through. 1 damage. I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll that. Into 1 damage. Cool. All right, so he is going to fire Heavy Flamer into this squad here, and then the twin las cannons into the first of the Sentinels over there. So we'll do the las cannon first. That's 2 hits. That is 2 wounds. AP minus 4 is going to go straight through, right? 5 damage. Still alive. Still alive. And now the Heavy Flamer into these guys over here. It's going to be 2 hits. That is 1 wound. No wounds. No wound. Lieutenant's going to fire his bolt pistol over here. That's a hit. That is a wound. No, this is into your Marshal here. So that's not a save, though. Now my snipers, 2 of them are in range of his Marshal, and they're going to fire into him. The other 3 are going to fire into his the plasma guys there. So we're going to do the Marshal first. Hitting on 3s, so it's 1 hit. That is a wound, AP minus 1 because of Devastator Doctrine. He's good. And 3 shots into his plasma bros. That is going to be 2 hits. Rerolling 1s because it's a heavy weapon. That's going to be 3 hits. That is going to be 2 wounds, AP minus 1. 6 ups.
Nope, they did.
My dude bro here, my lieutenant's going to fire into this squad over here. So that's going to be 1 hit. No wound. My Reavers are going to fire their bolt pistols into this squad over here. That is going to be 4 hits. That is going to be 3 wounds. It's heavy bolt pistol, so minus AP minus 1. So looking for, they've got the 4-up armor, so 5 ups are 2 good, 1 dead. Heavy bolter bro here is going to fire into this guy over here. So these are going to be, he's in, even with 1 wound left, doubling it still leaves him in his lowest profile. So these are going to be hitting on 3s, 4s, 5s. Okay, that's not bad. I'll take that. Especially since everyone else keeps failing. And no wounds, okay.
There's times where
And now the bolt carbines here are going to fire into his Chimera. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. That is going to be 1, 2, 3 wounds. 3 up saves. Fails one of them. Heavy bolter from here. That's all hits. That's 1 wound. AP minus 2. 4 is not going to save. And then he's going to fire into the squad over there. That's going to be 2 hits. 2 wounds.
no
2 dead guys. All right, and he is going to fire the 2 pistols into them over there.
We all realized we were Yeah.
All right, that's going to be it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, he is going to charge into his marshal. That is not going to be a hit, so his charge distance is definitely in. And now he is going to charge into these guys over here. Crack grenade is not a hit. And then we've got a bunch of las guns coming. And here we go. Here comes the charge. Here comes the las gun shots. Getting a bunch of hits in there. So these are going to be looking for 6s. Ooh, getting the 1. 3 up save. Oh, and he's good. And his charge distance over here. Yeah, he's in. All right, so we're going to move into the fight phase. He is going to attack into his marshal here. So I've got 5 attacks because of him charging there. These are going to be hitting on 2s. That is all hits. These are going to be wounding on 3s. That is going to be 4 wounds at AP minus 3. 5 up invul saves. No, he fails them and he is dead. And now he is going to attack into the squad over here. 6 attacks.
I'll play Iron Hands, put face on board, roll.
Wound, destroying on 2s. That's going to be 4 dead Kriegsmen here. And now my lieutenant's going to fight back over here. He's only got 4 attacks now because he didn't charge, so it doesn't get the shock assault rule there. That is going to be all but 1 hit. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. Not meant to be, so that's 2. Saves, 5 ups, makes 1, fails 1. All right, so now these guys are going to attack back into my lieutenant. 5 attacks.
2 hits.
It's 2 hits. No wounds. All right, so then these guys are going to consolidate. They 3 got dragged in my predator over here, so it's going to be 3 attacks into my predator. Getting 1 hit. Not a wound on that one. And then they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys going into my lieutenant over here. And these are going to be hitting on 3s. Not bad. And then wounding on 5s. Getting 1, 2, 3 wounds over there. 3 ups. Failing 1, 6 ups. No, takes a wound. And now my predator goes in over here. He's going to get 2 hits. That's going to be 1 wound. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. That's going to be 2 wounds, I believe. 1 second. Yep, 2 wounds there. And he makes 1 save. And now these guys are attacking into my dreadnought. That's going to be all but 3 hits there. These are now going to be wounding on 6s. One more cock there. No wounds. All right, I'm going to spend 3 CP for Honor of the Chapter for this guy to attack back into them again at the end of the fight phase. So that's going to be all but 1 hit. Rerolling 1s to wound because of himself. Not meant to be, so that's going to be 2 wounds at AP minus 3, so that's going to be 2 more dead guys. All right, so that's going to be it for the Iron Hands turn here on turn 3. So we've got 2 leaderships to take over here. They lost 4 in the fight phase there. So 4 plus 4 is 8, so they lose 1 more guy there. And these guys lost 4. Plus 3 is 7. They're good to go because their sergeant's still there. So that's going to be it for the Iron Hands turn here on turn 3. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Imperial Guard on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Imperial Guard here. This guy stood still over here. These guys fell back out of combat over this way. These guys fell back out of combat over this way. These guys fell back out of combat over this way. And these guys moved up over this way. And the company master stayed still where he was. And as did those guys over there, as did the thud guns in the back over there. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. So starting off here, we've got orders. He's going to give them first rank fire, second rank fire, 4+ to give a second one. That's cocked.
I'm sorry, this is
No.
Okay.
All right, so now the Chimera is going to attack. He's going to put the 2 heavy flamers into my Razorback, and he's going to put the everything else into my Devastator over here. So we're going to do the heavy flamers first. It's going to get 6 hits. These are going to be strength 5, so looking for 5s to wound. Getting 1, 2 wounds there. These are 2 4-up saves because it's AP -1. Oh boy, making 1, failing 1, 6 up, ignoring wounds. No, I do not. Does he explode?
Kill
I'm-
that Devastator for me.
All right, so let's see. These guys, D3 mortal wounds, 1 mortal wound, 6 up ignoring. Oh, they ignore it over here. Into my Devastator. Oh, 3 mortal wounds. I don't know if I'm feeling 3 fill faces. Come on, 3 fill faces. His flesh ain't weak. His flesh ain't weak. Yes, it's very weak. He only did the 1, and he is dead over here.
That's how he would have wanted to go.
And then into his Chimera over here. He's going to take 2 mortal wounds, so he's down to 1. All right, so here we go. These guys now are going to fire into my Rhino here. The first one's going to fire his last cannon. Not get a hit. The next one. I can't even see. That will a hit with a 4. And then it's going to be wounded on a 3. That's not going to wound. And then the third one is going to hit.
And that'll wound.
That will wound over there with a 6. So it's AP -3. Looking for a 6 up. Show that Phil first. No. D6 wounds.
4 wounds.
4 wounds.
All right.
4. 6 ups.
Captain.
Making 1 of them, so I take 3. All right, so now these guys here are going to fire with their first rank fire, second rank fire. Unfortunately, 3 of them have to, or no, only 3 of them can fire into my Dreadnought here. The others are closer to the Rhino, which means because he's a character, because I did March of the Ancients, they can't target him if he's the closest. So here, these are the ones into the which ones are these?
Dreadnought.
Into the Dreadnought first.
Hitting on 3.
So hitting on 4s. All right, and then wounding on 6s.
Give him 3.
3 wounds here. Oh boy. 3 up saves. Oh, making them. And the rest are going to go into my Rhino over there. Hitting on 4s. Oh boy. And then again, wounding on 6s. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. 3 up armor saves.
Okay, so.
Failing 1.
Okay.
Oh, but did not ignore the wound. All right, now the Thud guns are going to start firing into my Dreadnought over here. So it's going to be 12, 13, 14 shots. All right, so he's going to be hitting on 4s. All right, re-rolling 1s.
Simpler because it's like the bugs in the Rhino have different profiles.
Alrighty.
Because with the bugs.
All right, re-rolling those 1s. Nope. Alrighty. And then these are going to looking for whatchamacallit. 5 strength 5, so 5s to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds there. 5 2 up saves because he's in cover and obscured because they're behind the wall over there. Still failing 2 of them like a big old jerk face. 6s, come on, you can do it. No, he's not. He's dead. Does he blow up? No, he does not. All right, the next Thud gun is going to fire into my las cannon bros up here. So that's going to be 10, 13 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s. Alrighty, re-rolling those 1s. Alrighty. And then wounding on 3s. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. Looking for 2 up armor saves because they are in cover. They are good. And the last one's going to fire. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots over here. These are going to be hitting on 4s.
Clearly.
Okay, that's how do you do that? There we go. Wounding on 3s. All right, there you go. 4 of them. That's not bad.
Statistically the same.
And then they make all their saves. All right, so that's going to be it for the Imperial Guard turn here on turn 4. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Iron Hands turn on turn 4.
Bikes are.
All right, movement phase for the Iron Hands here on turn 4. My scouts stayed still. These guys moved up over this way. He stood still. These guys all stood still. He moved up over this way. He moved up over here. He advanced to get right next to them. Then this guy moved up here, so he's an inch away. These guys moved over this way, looking on them. My rhino moved up over there, and that's going to be it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting off the shooting phase, this guy here is going to fire into his guardsman down over here. That is going to be 2 hits. That is 1 wound.
In cover, 5 up.
5 up, dude. Lieutenant's going to fire into them as well. That's going to be 2 hits. That is going to be 2 wounds. Makes 1 save and 1 fail. Never mind, sorry, they made both of them. All right, these guys are going to fire into them as well. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. That is re-rolling 1s because of the lieutenant there. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 4-ups because they are in cover over here. 5. Failing, no, 4 of them. They are dead. And then these Reavers are going to fire into these guys over here. So that's going to be 3 hits. That is 2 wounds. AP -1. You got 2 that are out of cover there. So AP -1. What are they looking for? 5 ups. No, 2 dead. And then this rhino over here, who's been healed again, is going to fire into these guys. So that's going to be 2 hits. That is 2 wounds. 2 AP nothing, so 3 up saves and cover. Makes them both. All right, my rhino's going to fire into his company commander over there. That is going to be 1 hit. Not a wound. All right, so now my last cannon bros. One guy's going to fire into his chimera over here. The other 3 are going to fire into the back sentinel over there. So the one guy into the chimera. That is a hit. Still in Devastator Doctrine. Wounding on a 3. That is a wound. AP -4. He's dead. Does he explode? He does not. So the guy twists an ankle on the side. No, he's good. And then the 3 others firing into the back sentinel. That is rerolling 1s because it's a heavy weapon Devastator Doctrine. Back into a 1. That's how that works. All right, so now my predator over here is going to fire into the middle sentinel over there. He's going to have 4 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of Devastator Doctrine. Okay, still only getting 2 hits. Wounding on 3s, getting 1 wound. That goes straight through though because it's AP -4. So D6, 6 wounds, and he's dead. Does it explode? It does explode.
Does the next one explode?
Does the next one explode?
No.
No. So the other one is just going to take the 1 wound, and those 2 are dead though. And now my lieutenant's going to fire his pistol into these guys. That is a hit. That is a wound. AP -1. He is good with a 4-up, right? You have a regular 4-up armor save on these guys? These guys back over here.
Yes.
Yes, so they're good to go. And then these snipers are going to fire into his commissar. Rerolling 1s because of Devastator Doctrine is a heavy weapon. So we got 4 hits. We got 1 mortal wound and then 3 AP -1 saves to make on this guy. All right, 3 AP -1 saves. He takes 3 damage, still alive with 1 wound. All right, so that's going to be it for the shooting phase. These guys are now going to charge into these guys in the assault phase, so they're Overwatch over here. They're going to fire solid shots. Don't feel like killing themselves this time. Getting 3 hits. These are now going to be wounding on strength 4, so looking for 4s to wound.
That's
getting 1, 2, 3 wounds. AP -0, so looking for 3-up saves because there's a guy out of cover there. 6-up ignoring wounds. Nope, 1 guy's going to be wounded. Their charge distance. 9 inches will be in. My lieutenant's going to charge into his dude bros over here. So they've got 1 crack grenade. That's a hit.
He's going to spend.
That is a wound. That is cocked. But that is a save. And then they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys with las guns. So these are now going to be hitting on 6 as well. Getting no more hits there. And he is way in. And my rhino is going to charge into his company commander over there. Overwatch from him. Not going to hit. And he's in. All right, so into the fighting phase. These guys are going to, yep, my lieutenant's going to start us off there. Hitting on 2s. Oh boy. Hitting 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. So that's going to be 2 wounds at AP -3, so that's going to be 2 dead guys. All right, so now my Reavers are going to attack into these guys. They've got 2 base attacks for the regular guys, 3 base attacks for the sergeant. They have +1 because of shock assault and +1 because of their combat knives. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Come back to you. And now these are going to be wounding on 3s. All right, no lieutenant within 6 over there. So we got 3. Oh, Jesus. We got 3 wounds onto these guys over here. Regular saves. 4 up saves.
Pretty good though.
2 are dead. And then my rhino's attacking over there on 6s. Oh, getting that hit. Wounded on a 2. Oh, that's a wound. Can he make a save? Oh, is that?
That's dead.
That's dead? He's dead? Oh, he's dead. And that's the second Slay the Warlord. All right, so now he's going to attack back with his 2 attacks. Getting 1 hit. That is not a wound. And then these guys over here are going to attack in. That's going to be a bunch of hits there. These are now wounded on 5s, getting 2 wounds. Failing 1 and feeling that pain. All right, so that's going to be it for the turn here. We've got 2 morale tests to take here. They lost 2 guys over here. +3 is good, and then this squad also lost 2. +4 is 6. They're good to go as well. So that's going to be it for the Iron Hands turn here. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Imperial Guard here on turn 5. All right, movement phase for the Imperial Guard here on turn. Hold on, turn 5 here. This guy over here fell back from them over here. This guy fell. These guys fell back from combat over here. His stud guns stood still over there. These guys stood still, as did his sentinel. And his commissar moved up over this way. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase.
First.
All right, so starting off the shooting phase, he's going to fire into my rhino over here, hitting on a 4. That is not a hit. Bolter over here into my scouts. That is going to be 1 hit. That is not a wound. Now these guys are going to fire their las guns into my rhino over there. Hitting on 4s. Wounded on 6s. No wounds. And now the thud guns are going to start firing into my Reavers over here. So the first one, that's going to be 5, 10, 15 shots. Hitting on 4s. Back to that. Rerolling the 1s because of Yark. Alrighty, and then these are going to be wounding on 4s. 3s. I don't know what I'm talking about there. 3s. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. So we have 5. We'll do it one at a time here because he's got 1 guy out of cover there. That's a failed armor save, but he makes the feel no pain. That's a made armor save. That is a made armor save. That's a made armor save. And that's a made armor save. Round 2. That's going to be 8, 12, 13 shots. And now these are going to be hitting on 4s.
It's not a hyperspace or anything.
You're rolling those 1s because of Yark.
They're hyping it up. There's a lot of sweat.
Okay, and then these are going to be looking for 3s to wound.
So
that's going to be 3 wounds.
Figure like a good turnout.
1 at a time, unfortunately. Failed. Whoa! And that's not going to be it. So there's 2 other that are going to be 2 ups. Failed 1, but made that. And the last one is going to be firing into them over there with his 18 shots. Hitting on 4s.
Dude, we got a whole bunch of sweat.
Well, if it's 3 or 4
pretty good there.
No rerolls,
No rerolls, but no need really. These are wounded on 3s.
There's always a need.
There's always a need. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds over there. So that is going to be 5, 6, 7. Looking for 2s. Oh, failed 2 of them. Then looking for 6s. No, nothing there, so it's another dead guy. All right, so that's going to be it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, this commissar is going to charge into my scouts. Only 2 of them can see him where he's at.
Yeah.
Rerolling 1s because of Devastator Doctrine with them. No, still not a hit. So here comes his charge. No, that will not get him in. All right, so that's going to be it for the Imperial Guard turn here on turn 5. And this is actually where we're going to call it because the rest of this game, he's probably going to shoot into them. These guys back here will take care of these guys. He'll probably take out the sentinel over there, and then you've got the thud guns that we might have that are hanging out there. That might be a bit more trouble, but we'll eventually go down to the Iron Hands here. So the first foray with a different. I know that my Dark Angels may not look like Iron Hands, but you know what? I mean, it's fun to try out all the different ways that you can run some Space Marines, and I really wanted to try out some of these new rules, see how they worked, firsthand. And I'm not gonna lie, these are super good. I only used a couple of the bespoke stratagems, and even then, they were still really, really good. The ability to just stick in Devastator Doctrine with the heavy weapons, doing some real work was pretty awesome. So, combination of snipers, getting their ability to get that with a -1 on a sniper rifle is pretty awesome. Just that +1 to the AP on those was pretty good. So yeah, a pretty awesome time. I think that surprisingly, I think that, maybe not surprisingly, but in my opinion, pretty awesomely, I think that the Iron Hands really make old Marines very effective, because they are the biggest source of individual dude bros with heavy weapons is through Devastator squads or tactical squads with heavy weapons. Like, those are the ones that I think are really going to make this shine. Iron Hands, honestly, is going to be the... it's going to be the fact that you can have all these regular Marines with heavy weapons, taking advantage of that, not having the -1 to hit, getting the extra -1 to the AP, getting to reroll the ones with those with the Devastator Doctrine in effect. And if you're running Iron Hands, stick with the heavy weapons and then just stay in Devastator Doctrine. There's really no reason to move on from there. So yeah, so super fun, super awesome to see how the new Iron Hand rules worked. It was cool, and we'll see. I'll probably run my Dark Angels as a couple other different chapters too as the new supplements come out. Maybe as Ravenwing 2, I'll give them a shot there, and we'll just see how it all plays out. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponents have been Harris and Jason, and until next time, have fun.